Hey guys, what's going on? This is Alex over here at My Freedom Smokes, and today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new kit we've gotten in. It's the Joyetech Dolphin. Now, much like the Penguin that we got in, this is a little all-in-one pod style unit, and they chose the name because much like the Penguin, this is a little bit stylized to, be a bit like a dolphin, kind of hold it side by side. You can kind of see it a little bit. All in all, I think this is a good improvement from the Penguin. Before we start going into the details, let's go ahead and take a look inside the box. Now, of course, up top, you're going to get your mod and pod, along with your micro USB charging cable. And you just plug that in right here on the side. And that way you've got pass-through charging. You can sit here and vape it while you charge. And I actually did notice the charge on this is really fast and it lasts a good while. I've been using it quite often for the past few days, and it's only just now down to the first little dot being gone on the battery meter, so really good battery life. Also inside, you get two replacement coils. One is not already pre-installed. This is the cap that goes on the base, and you also get a little sandy tip. Now, for me personally, I would never use this, but I know there are people that travel a lot and they want to prevent dust and stuff from getting inside the drip tip. So if you're planning on traveling and throwing this in your purse or in your bag, you might want to look into putting in the sandy tip if that's something you're into. So going into the mod a bit better, probably the most popular, I wouldn't really say complaint because it didn't happen across the board, but probably the most common issue with the Penguin was the filling. I personally had an issue with that. And then with the higher VG liquids, it would sometimes start to taste a bit burnt if you were a chain vapor, meaning if you just sit here a lot and just like that, and, just kind of looking around. It's kind of steadily puffing on it like that. People were finding that with a higher VG liquid, it was starting to get a little bit of a burnt taste. So when I got this one, I went ahead and threw the thickest VG liquid I had in it, and I've been chain vaping, and it seems to be working out a whole lot better. Looking at the design, I really don't see too much of a difference that would really cause it to perform better. It uses the exact same coils as the Penguin does. It's the ATOPACK coils. So really, this is just a brand new setup for something that they're trying out before. So maybe look at the old one as like the Pro Tank, and this is the Pro Tank 2. Maybe kind of in that regard. Refilling it is pretty easy, though I will say getting the actual pod out of the system can be a bit cumbersome. Before, you used to have to take out this entire bottom piece and fill it up through the bottom. It was really a headache. Now they've implemented a side filling device. This makes it so much easier. You don't have to wedge any sort of little thing in there. Your refill hole is about the same size as you get like on a traditional tank. So in my opinion, that was probably one of the best things they could have done was adding that little fill spot here. Changing out the coil is just as easy as before. You've got one side that's a little longer. It's got a little cut in the silicone. You just pop your finger right in there and pull it out. Like so. Liquid feeds into there, and that's your actual coil on the inside. You just pop it back in like a puzzle piece, push it, and you're good to go. You've got two little plastic slots here, and then the female of it there. So you're going to want to line those up, and then it's just going to click right into place. And you've got only one button on it, which is your firing button right here. And oh, what do you know, talking to you, it finally went down to the second strength on the battery. See, I've still got 3 bars there. And for the past few days, I've been vaping on this pretty regularly. So battery life is very good on it. And the flavor is really great. This isn't really a mouth-to-lung unit. This is definitely a sub-ohm unit. So I wouldn't really recommend putting a higher nicotine content in these. You're definitely going to want to stick to your e-liquids that have the nic salt, or a low milligram traditional nicotine e-liquid, say maybe a 3. So all in all, I really do recommend this. For a chain vapor, someone that likes to vape all the time, you will probably have to refill this a little bit. I've already had to with mine. That's not a big deal because it's so easy to fill, but it's not just like popping the top on a tank and just filling it. You know, you do have to get this out, and as I did mention, it is in there really good, so you're not going to run any risk of the pod falling out on you. But at the same time, there's really not a good place to really grab and grip on it. So just make sure that you're getting a good grip. I almost kind of like hooking my thumbnail in the airflow slot and kind of wiggling it like that. You still drop it, but it's probably the easiest way to get it. That's where I get my grip. So all in all, I really would recommend this one for anywhere to beginning to advanced user. I would say the veteran users may find this a little not so powerful, but I've been finding that the market is really digging these pod systems, mainly for the non-leaking side of this, which, by the way, no leaking at all. So that is one huge thing. If all the tanks and all the mods you've gotten wind up leaking on you real bad, give this one a shot. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So again, this is the Dolphin from Joyetech. If you have any questions about this product, feel free to leave a comment below. And until next time, thank you for vaping.